All right, what's going on, beautiful people? It's the North Shore 9 Postgame Show powered by Primanti Bros. I am Tyler. With me is my guy, Douglas Freshwater. Dougie, what's going on tonight, my friend?
Hello, people. Tyler, a belated happy birthday to you. I know the Pirates keep giving you presents, so
they do. They do.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
nice, quick, efficient game tonight.
You're only like 6 days late on that happy birthday, but it's cool. Like, it's fine.
I said late. Late.
I mean, like, you're like 5 days and 3 hours short of 6 days, but hey, you know what happens tonight?
All right. No, I don't. What happens tonight?
The old fellas and ladies in the chat here dropping a hashtag raise it. You are entered into a Primanti Brothers gift card giveaway.
Wait, we give sandwiches away?
We do.
I forgot.
It feels like it's been forever. But hey, we're back at it. Make sure we drop that hashtag raise it in there. You'll be entered into a Primanti Brothers gift card giveaway. Again, that's going to be a hashtag raise it in here. I know some of us might have forgotten how to do that. And again, before we do this, let me tell you guys about BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at a weekly prize and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. BetOnline, the game starts here. Tyler and Dougie Fresh coming at you with a 2-1 win. I didn't know if we'd see one of these again, Doug, but we're back.
No,
we get to give away some Sammys.
But
talk to me, Doug.
And we saw good pitching at him. Anyway, Luis Ortiz. He's been one of the most pleasant surprises of this Pirates season. Had I told you at the beginning of the year that Joey Bart would have an 800 OPS, that Luis Ortiz would have a 3.32 ERA, that Nick Gonzalez was at least an average hitter, that Paul Skeens was the love child of Maddox and Pedro Martinez, you would have felt pretty good about this season. Somehow we messed it up, but Luis Ortiz is, I sort of take umbrage with all the people that are like, he should be the 5th starter next year. He's been the second best starter in this rotation. I'm sorry to those of you that have delusions about some of the other pitchers, but he's been fantastic. He's had a couple bumps like everybody except Paul Skeens, and Paul Skeens, as we know, was created on Mount Olympus, so it's only fair. But he's been terrific, and it's and none of us saw it coming, right? We at the beginning of the season, we were wondering if either him or Roenzi could just contribute a little, out of the bullpen, maybe. And he came in from that first game on. I think that first game he pitched 2 innings in the, because we went 10. I can't remember, but in the bullpen he was great. Then as an opener, he started pitching as an opener, and then as a starter, he's been terrific.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go ahead and pat myself on the back, and we'll talk about the game a little bit here. But Luis Ortiz gets a start. He goes 7 innings, gives up 1 run, 5 strikeouts. Luis Ortiz lowers his season ERA to 3.32. And granted, if you look at the deeper numbers, you're looking at probably close to a 4.20, 4.30 type of guy. Don't care about that. All I care about right now is what Luis Ortiz did this year. And I'm going back to when did Luis Ortiz make his debut? 2022? Sound right?
Right. He came up in either
very
late
late
August or early September.
Very late.
Yeah.
He got
he only 5 or 6 starts, maybe 8.
Very few. And I remember being on a postgame show, and I think it was DiNardo with me, and I said, I am more excited about Luis Ortiz than I am Rowan Contreras. And the two viewers at that point, thank you guys for tuning in now, because it's really
I was
cool
one of
that
the
you guys
I was
tune
one
in.
of the viewers. I was,
But yeah, but
I didn't get any sandwiches either.
no, you didn't. But now we give out Sammys and the whole 9 yards. But looking back then, now we see Rowanzi gone, and I still think there's something there with Rowanzi. But when I said I was more excited about Luis Ortiz, it was more about the bullpen upside, and I felt like he was more of a useful type of pitcher, not something you could throw in a box like a Rowanzi was, where you're basically looking at a starting pitcher or bust. And truthfully, it turned out a bust. But
Right.
with Luis Ortiz, I'll be honest, I was pretty close to just writing him off as well. And somehow Luis Ortiz has just put together a freaking awesome year. Like, we're just ignoring Luis Ortiz's year. A 3.32 ERA.
Yeah, 1.11 WHIP. I mean, we're relegating him either to the back end of the bullpen or at the back end of the rotation. The guy has been terrific. Yeah, I mean, he's got that big starter's body, and I mean, I know we're Pirates fans, and we have a tendency to send just about everybody. You know, we think, okay, Johan Oviedo, he's a bullpen arm. Jared Jones, he's a bullpen arm. We do that a lot because we're Pirates fans, and we're not used to having nice things. This guy looks like a starting pitcher to me, and he looks like he could be a good one. I think he's made 59 starts, maybe 60. So, 2 full seasons worth. But some of those starts this year were openers, that sort of thing. He's still learning. He's still young. He can still get better. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him slotted in that rotation a little higher up and see what happens. Look, if he's a fifth starter, that's fantastic. We've that is just going to be excellent news. But yeah, we've just kind of disregarded his whole season and focused on other things and other people. And of course, I mean, again, Mr. Skeens takes a lot of the spotlight up, deservedly so. But Ortiz has been, again, to me, one of the, as I refer to, one of the many miracles that the Pirates have had this year that they've just wasted. He has been one of the more pleasant to again, a guy that we had sort of scrap heaped on our own, and bring him back as a viable starter. Somebody that Bob Walk said it tonight on the radio broadcast. He says you can write his name in Sharpie into the rotation next year. You're not writing it in pencil or pen. You can write it in Sharpie. And I agree. I want him in the starting rotation last year. I think at least he's earned to be competing for it for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He definitely deserves to be in the running for it. I don't know if I'm writing anything in Sharpie with him, but at the very least, I'm writing his name in Sharpie on the opening day roster. And there's not a question about that. And I think he's at least performed well enough that there's not a question on whether he's on this major league team next year. And whether that's a long reliever type of role, or maybe it might be a starting pitcher type of role, but I was really concerned at one point, and I'm backtracking here. I was really concerned about the drop in velocity we saw. And we'd seen it with a lot of Pirates pitchers. And I thought that maybe bumping into the bullpen, and that was where I was talking about the reliever risk. And it felt like he was that type of guy, like the old Chad Cole route, where we saw the guy up in the upper 90s, and you see the stuff, and it's like, I don't know if that's going to really maintain over 5-6 innings. Luis Ortiz somehow has found a way to induce some weak contact and kind of make that drop in velocity less relevant than I thought it would be. And he's one of the few guys I think I've ever seen where I'm like, he's throwing like 95 now, but he looks like a starting pitcher more than he did in 2022 to me.
Absolutely. I mean, he was just blowing that fastball by people. He was 98, 99, and it was electric and it was fun to watch, but clearly it wasn't sustainable. Now he looks more like a pitcher now. And he came up looking like a thrower. It was easy to get excited about him because he was, he had that stuff going on there for a little bit. But just like Bucko Mike says, he looks like a pitcher. Now, he has grown this season. I'll give credit to Oscar Marine on this one. He has grown, and again, he's one of the guys I'm excited about. Nick, I'm not just he deserves a spot on the roster and on the pitching staff. I'm excited about seeing what he does, what kind of step forward he can make, because we've got to we need young, controllable pitching on this team. So
yeah, especially a guy with the stuff that he has, like
right.
Even when he's throwing 95, 96, like the stuff is still really good.
Yeah, he looks durable. I guess they all look durable until they get hurt, but
yeah. But it's wild to look at, like 3.32 ERA.
Yeah,
Luis Ortiz, and we're not talking about like, I guess like it's a full run more, but you look at a Bailey Falter and it's like, yeah, that's really not going to hang around, and there's not. You'll give him a shot.
Mitch Keller, 4.21 ERA. I'm just mentioning, just throwing it out there.
Dog.
I know facts. We really hate facts when it comes to Mitch Keller. It's. I know it's. So
I sure as hell do. Because I, you know what, that's an off-season conversation, but yeah. But Luis Ortiz, everything he's done.
I need to go to bed. Right.
You know what, man? Like, I'm happy. I'm at least content with what the Pirates have done starting pitcher wise, and even somewhat bullpen wise, but not really. But starting pitcher wise, I think they've found some sort of groove here. And Luis Ortiz, he looks like a different guy than what I thought we might have saw 2 years ago, but he looks effective. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, just moving forward, there's room for him, right? Something you like I said, bullpen, long relief, fifth man, third man, trade for bat, whatever. He's going to add value to this roster, one way or another. Man. So, yeah.
That's the thing you said right there. Like, he adds value, and I think Jim brought it up here earlier. Jim from NS9 as well. I got to scroll up a good bit, but Jim mentioned that he would trade Ortiz. But again, right, like you just said, he brings value to you. And he's a guy that at some point there's something you can do with this guy now. And he's put a year together to do so.
And at the beginning of the season, right, what was the point of trading him? You wouldn't have got anything, right? Yeah, and right, like I said, now, right, if they trade him and they get a legitimate hitter and not another, if they get a legitimate hitter, I won't be mad, right? But it better be a good hitter, right? I don't want another,
Yeah, and I'd like to go through the game with you here, Doug, but literally nothing happened this game.
Sure. I think you just did go through the game. Luis Ortiz was great, right?
And nothing happened.
Right.
We all watch it. Like, nothing happened. It was a 2-1 ball game that the Pirates did win. And let's just keep it rolling down the line because there's another surprise in here, and Dennis Santana comes in after Luis Ortiz. And Dennis Santana has been really good. True. Hand up here.
23. Yeah.
Had no desire to watch
23 scoreless runs. Now you can't take your eyes off him. Now he's
a top two.
He looks like a Hall of Famer now, right? Yeah. He is. Really, he's been probably the best reliever on this team. I know Chapman is the closer, but he's been shakier than then Dennis Santana goes in and he just gets out. That's all he does. Doesn't give up runs. Doesn't, he's actually so efficient. He's boring, right? It's not, he just comes in and gets out. There's no drama. There's no sitting on the edge of the seat, no holding your breath, no covering your eyes. It's just like, oh, that was quick. Okay, great. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Yeah, I'm always a little like, could we give him a fourth batter? Could he go another inning? Right? I have more confidence than him on any reliever of this team right now.
He threw 5 pitches in the 8th inning.
Yeah, I sneezed and I missed 3 of them. So
right. Yeah, so he's inducing weak contact, but we've also seen the swing and miss from Dennis Santana as well. Right. Truthfully, he's been a top 2 reliever on this team for probably 2-3 months now. Hand up again. I wasn't a fan, but Dennis Santana has put together a really good year. And I'm not going to be head over heels complimenting him, but he pitched well again tonight. 5 pitches.
It's a great stretch.
In the 8th inning, in a 2-1 game, 5 pitches. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah. Right. That's exactly, especially with the trauma that we've gone through in the bullpen this year, right? To see just to wrap it up in 5 pitches like that, it's like, okay, great. Usually we put 2 or 3 guys on, and we have to bring somebody else in, and it's walk, error, little blooper. You're like, come on, please stop. Yeah. So, right. Listen, we've seen guys. Baraki's a perfect example. And it's relievers. They're fickle. They're fantastic one year, and the next they disappear. But hopefully, again, he's another guy that certainly
turn into a pumpkin. That is my favorite term.
Turn into a pumpkin. Yes.
But yeah, good for Dennis Santana. He's probably earned himself a contract somewhere at least. Like, he made himself some money this year, so good for him.
Yeah.
And then, just to wrap up the pitching type, because really, what am I going to talk about hitting wise? Aroldis Chapman comes in, and I wish he would have been this electric all year.
Yeah. Because
my word, right now he's electric, and he has been for a few months. We're seeing 103, 104, 105.
Yeah.
He's been really good.
He's 107 years old. You know what I'm saying? He has captured found the fountain of youth or something. I don't know. But it's like you said, electric is the word. It's like, dude, just hit 104 again.
Yeah. It's silly. Plain and simple, he's been silly for multiple months now.
And we really needed it, right? We lost for all intents and purposes, we lost Bednar. Some of the other guys became shaky here or there. And again, him and Santana, 8th and 9th feels covered, right? 8th and 9th feels locked down. And between Majinski and some of the other guys, I think we might be able to get through the 7th. So a little late, a little too late, but I wasn't as nervous watching this game, the bullpen this game as I am normally. So,
yeah, if everything else works out, the $10.5 million that you paid Aroldis Chapman probably looks a lot better.
Yeah. I don't feel we overpaid him. Hopefully, he doesn't have incentives. Hopefully, he's not an inning or 2 away from an incentive.
Right. He might be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah. He's 2 strikeouts away from $200,000. So.
Right. And again, let's make sure we drop a hashtag raise to be entered into the Primanti Brother gift card giveaway. Right here, baby.
Just like William Kelly.
We'll be doing that here shortly. I guess we can talk about the offense. And really, the offense comes down to...
Can
we're going to try.
2 walks and a double.
We're going to try. Because even just watching this, I try to pick out little things I see throughout the game that, like little baseball things that I like to see fundamentally sound, things like that. I didn't see a damn thing like that today. Freddie Peralta is a good starting pitcher. They struggle with him. He diced them up a little bit. Then we get to the 5th inning. Liover Peguero. And what I really want to bring out about that at bat, because it was a 2-2 count. And something that I don't know that we see Liover Peguero do very often previously. It's a tough breaking ball. And he lays off of it. And I know it's like it's a micro level thing. It's nothing really important, and it could all change tomorrow. Laying off of that breaking ball down and away, that gets checked at first base, and he didn't come close to swinging. He didn't look as free swinging as I normally see Liover Peguero look. And then he laces a double and the left center field, scores 2 runs, wins the Pirates the game.
Scores Grandal. I mean, that's I don't know. Has he scored a double from first? So yeah, I mean, it was a nice job. It was a nice job of hitting. This is where we get to say it's only a small sample size, but Liover Peguero is hitting 333 with a 1,000 OPS. So
sounds like my starting shortstop next year.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like the at bat. I didn't love the rest of the at bats throughout the game from pretty much anybody. But I mean, it was a grinder type of game. Freddie Peralta is a good starting pitcher. He straight up, he diced him up.
Yeah. But these are the games. I mean, these are the games in particular that the Pirates have to win, right? They're never going to be an offensive juggernaut. They have to have these like good at bats, and they have to get these runs in when they can, because we don't have 5 guys hitting the ball over the fence 30 times a year. We're never going to have that. We shop in the bargain bin and we pick out the stuff that's been marked down and damaged. So, that's a good team. Peralta's a good pitcher. Excuse me. Yeah. I mean, it was a good at bat. Kudos.
Yeah. And if there's one more thing I can add to this game, my God, get a starting shortstop. I don't know if it's Peguero. I don't know who it is. IKF can't play there. And we saw it in the 8th or 9th inning. Peguero comes up, or not Peguero, I'm sorry. IKF comes up, makes a great play at third base. He can't play short.
No, and it's unfair to put him there, right? It's only going to, it's going to wear him down physically. It's probably going to hurt him at the plate, and it's going to hurt the Pirates on the field. Right? He's a terrific utility player. He's a Gold Glove third baseman. He's not a shortstop. And just because you want him to be a shortstop does not make him a shortstop. If IKF is the shortstop, I want to get into these conversations, but he's not. I want IKF on this team. I want him getting 400 at bats. I don't want him playing shortstop.
Yeah, and I don't think Peggy's the answer there. Defensively, I think he can play there. It's just the bat's got to play. And I don't know if looking at the minor league, kind of just, God, words are not coming to me right now, but just his entire career in the minor leagues, it's tough to imagine him being an everyday type of guy at shortstop. Right. But you see things that like IKF can do it third or second. And then you watch him play short, and it's just, It's fine, but not good. It just feels like the Pirates are going to be better off with someone else playing shortstop and IKF being one of those position type of guys.
I mean, obviously, I hope it's new people making the decisions, but if it's the same ones that you just have, they just can't, keep taking these guys, and just Henry Davis, you're a right fielder. I know you've never played it before, except that 2 at bats at AAA or what have you. I don't know what his advanced analytics tell him, but shortstop matters as a defensive position on a team that's dependent on its pitching. Right? There's a reason there's room and that you're going to run out Brian Hayes out there again, because you need good defense. This is a team that is going to have to win a lot of 2-1 games, and you can't put a guy that can't play the position. Doesn't mean I don't like him. Doesn't mean but he's not a shortstop, and he's shown that. He's shown that through it. I mean, Yankees wanted to run him out of town as a shortstop. Like I said, as a third baseman, he's fine. As a second baseman, he's fine. I'd put him in the out. If they put him in the outfield once in a while, super utility, excellent. If he's your starting second baseman, fine. I don't want him playing that much, but I'd prefer him in the utility role. I don't want to see him at shortstop, and not just because it's not. We're not getting the best out of him if he's playing shortstop. He's a lesser player as a shortstop.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree with you. And I think we saw tonight, like just seeing him charge that ball, shouldn't even been close. Like Brian Hayes makes that play, obviously, because Brian Hayes is really good. And honestly, the Pirates are in a fortunate situation where they have a bunch of guys that can play third base really well. Problem is that none of them can hit.
They can't hit, right?
But again, you have these types of guys that you just have to be able to put them in their best position where they can be valuable to them. And
right. Well,
I think
good leaders put people in a position to succeed. If you put IKF at shortstop, you're putting him in a position to fail. If you put Henry Davis in right field, you're putting him in a position to fail. Now, I'm not saying forever. If you tell Henry Davis tomorrow that, hey, buddy, we want you to start working on right field, go to winter ball, send him there or whatever, that's one thing. But with 6 weeks into the season, suddenly you're a right fielder. It makes no sense if you want to get the best out of these guys. And again, with our limited options, limited imagination, limited budget, and limited ability to assess talent, we need to get the best out of the people that we have.
Yeah, fully agree. All right, Doug, you ready to give away some Sammys?
Absolutely.
All right.
It's been a while. The people are hungry.
People are hungry. Again, make sure we drop a hashtag raise it here in the chat to be entered into the contest for some Primanti Bros sandwiches. And again, I feel like I have to say this every time. Capicola and cheese, add the egg. I'm a no tomato guy. But how many we got in here right now? We're at 62. Not too shabby for this bad boy. Let me make sure I remember how to do it. It's been a while. Let's make sure we remember this bad boy. We'll do it this way. Bucko Mike's in the chat. I can't do it right now, but he says tomato sucks. I agree. Again, make sure we drop a hashtag raise it.
I'm with you guys too.
Yeah, I'm not a tomato guy. Never have been. We're going to double up on our faces here, Doug. As soon as I can figure this bad boy out. Good grief, Tyler. Figure her out. We're getting there, my friends. All right. You see the old raises there, Doug?
I do.
All right. Again, last call for the hashtag raise it for the Primanti Bros sandwiches.
Like, subscribe, share our videos, let the people know.
Thank you for being a better marketer than I am. All right, let's give her away. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And the winner is Edsel Hannes. That's a new winner, I believe.
It's a new name to me. So, yeah, that's outstanding. Congratulations, Edsel.
Yeah. DM us on Twitter, email northshore9@gmail.com, Facebook, Instagram. Congratulations
now,
on the win. I love seeing a new name in here.
Yeah, I mean,
But
a couple games left. One game left, right? Wait, one more home game left. Is that tomorrow? Or was this the third? I'm lost. Yeah, no, there's a game tomorrow.
yeah, there's a game tomorrow.
Last home game, right?
So yeah, it's North Shore 9 on Twitter, Edsel. And if you can't find us there, go ahead and email us at it's northshore9@gmail.com, northshore9 on Instagram, northshore9 on Facebook. If you have any trouble, just you'll find a way to find us. We're everywhere. YouTube, whatever you need to do. So congratulations. It's good to see a new name in there. Doug, do you have any last words?
No, I mean, again, if you're going to be playing out the stretch like this, you might as well watch a guy, a couple guys you're counting on for next year, at least bullpen, Ortiz and Santana doing their thing. So,
yeah,
there's only 4 games left. Four games to get to, what do we need? 3 more wins? I don't know.
You know what, Doug? Today, the Pirates matched my over-under for the year. I said 74. They got 74 today.
So you can't be disappointed with this season, right?
I mean, I guess not. Sure. And you know what? One more thing, Doug. This is my last post-game show of the year, and I get to do it with my guy Dougie Fresh.
I'm thrilled. I'm honored. You're one of the big 3. I mean, come on, right? You're the one that got me on here.
More like 2.
Donardo and Jim were like, no way, right? So
I get to spend my last post-game show as of now, because who knows? But as of right now, this is my last post-game of the year.
Last post-game for show for this season. You'll be back for the off season. You'll be back for next season. I mean,
I'll be on tomorrow.
Don't send the people off. Yeah, don't let the people.
I will be back tomorrow.
Don't make the people nervous. This is not a retirement announcement.
I wish.
Yeah,
but I will be back with you tomorrow. But post-game show-wise, this is my last one of the year. I appreciate all you guys for hanging in here with us and just having some fun with us. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. Doug, Neil, all you guys, it's been a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys. I'll probably see you guys. Well, I know I'll see you tomorrow, but post-game show-wise, about 6 months, we'll be back at it. So hang with us. We'll be grinding through this bad boy together. Appreciate all of you. Doug, appreciate you more than you know.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm grateful that I get to do this with you. I do one more on Friday. I think it's Friday, and I think it's with DiNardo. So if DiNardo doesn't, trade out of it to avoid me.
Wow.
But
this actually more I think about this actually is my last show of the year or post game of the year because I'm gone for the rest of the week basically. But thank you guys.
Going to Yankee Stadium. Right.
Not quite. Thank you guys. Edsel, congratulations on the sandwiches. Appreciate you guys. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Peace out.
See you guys. Thanks.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.